I hate being last because you other guys, you were so good and you were really fucked up and I'm just hoping I can be as fucked up as you. But my fuck up is really small and it's not even funny, at least not to me. So in order to try to make it a bit more interesting, I would tell you the content in advance. It's about Unilever house in Hamburg. It's about a men's toilet. It's about a room full of lawyers and a mini calculator, what we in Sweden call miniräknare. So this is my fuck up, and I will talk you through it. But the good things first. These are my girls. I have a football team, isn't that cool? A professional football team. And they're really good. You know, they won the Swedish league 4 years out of 5. We're competing for the Champions League. We will win this time. 14th of May is the final in Berlin, and we'll be there and win. We have a quarterfinal in 2 weeks from now. And I've been doing this only for 6 months. And the fuck up starts here because in those 6 months I find out that we lack 10 million kroner. There's absolutely no money in women's football, so you know it. So we really, every week I have to beg for money from nice people in the city. But the football is good. I'm the failure because I can't get the money in. But before this, I used to be in the advertising business, and I was also sort of a failure because it's a dying business, and you know it's really old school. And I did really lousy commercials for 25 years, and the business was just dying, and everyone was going for the web, and we didn't know that. So that was a failure too. And I wasn't always, and I was the CEO. I became the CEO of this agency, and that was a really great agency owned by Americans, McCann Erickson. It was worldwide, all over. And I was a happy copywriter, making lousy commercials, you know, for different clients in Sweden, and you know, happy with that. And then somebody asked me one day, "Do you want to become the CEO of this agency?" And I was going, well, why not? Let's try that. So I became the CEO of this agency, and I wasn't really prepared for that, you know, looking back at it now. So I was just going, cool, yeah, let's be CEO. And then, you know, after just a couple of weeks as a CEO, this was the biggest client, Letta. It was a huge client, you know, it was, you know, 1/3 of the revenue of the agency, whatever. And after just a couple of weeks, they called me and they said, "We want to terminate this cooperation." And that was not my fault, so that was not my fuck up. And I was going, hey, why do we have to do that? Yes, we decided, you know, bye-bye. And I was, you know, 1/3 of the money going bye-bye after just a couple of weeks as a CEO. And then I had to go to Hamburg because what you do when you lose a client in those American big-owned companies, you get a termination fee. And that's sort of good because they give you money so to say, fuck off, basically. Here's the money, we don't want to work with you, you get the money. And then I had to go to Hamburg to negotiate this termination fee. Because the client was gone, I just had to, you know, figure out how much they should pay us. And then I had to go on a plane. This is the Unilever house in Hamburg. You know, it's really massive and it's full of important business people. And I was just, you know, the new CEO from Malmö. Let's go there. And I did a big mistake because the night before, I thought I'd go here. This is not me. It's no one I know. I found it on the internet. But it's sort of the feeling of the night. Because it started very quietly here, where I go with my friends. And then so, yeah, it was a nice evening. So let's go for this. And the next morning I was about to get on a plane to Unilever house. And I was feeling, you know, like them. And it was bad, really bad. And I was all alone and I didn't prepare. I just, you know, let's go to Hamburg. Let's make this deal. And then I came into the conference room, which was sort of, you know, here somewhere, you know, in a big conference room. And then I found these people, you know, and they didn't even smile, you know, they were all serious. There was like massive amount of lawyers in this room, and I was going in, hey, let's go. The termination fee. And I was all alone, and there were loads of people in there. They all had ties, and I was looking like that, but more tired, basically. And then they told me, which was kind of good, I found out that we want to offer you 30,000 euros as a termination fee. And I was panicking because, I couldn't figure out whether the euro was 10 times more or 10 times less. And this was some years ago. And, now it's easy. But I guess the euro was new back then, and I wasn't prepared. So I was thinking, what are they trying to give me here? And I was just panicking. And they all looked at me. And so I did a stupid thing, because I thought, I have to go for the most. So I said, no, I want 10 times more. So, because I thought that they offered me, like 30,000 kroner, and that's too little, I thought. So I went for 3 million kroner, but I didn't know. I just said no. I thought I was asking for 300,000 kroner, but I got all the maths wrong, and they were, they were just going, what is this guy talking about? It was all silent in the conference room, and I started to sweat. Okay. I'm talking too much, perhaps. No. Yeah, we were here. And all I could think about, my head was only full of one simple thing, and it was this one. I need to find this out, And mobile phones at that time, was just a Nokia something with no internet or anything. I have to figure this out. So the only thing I can think about is I have to go to the bathroom. So we have to take a break. I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, sorry. And then I went out to the bathroom, and then I called my friends, and please quickly explain to me how much is 30,000 euro. Well, and they told me that, and I went back to the conference room. And then I said, and they were going like this all the time, and I was saying, okay, let's go for that, 30,000 or whatever. And I said bye-bye, and I left and took the plane home. So in the end, it wasn't really a fuck-up, but the fuck-up was that I was so unprepared and so stupid, And I figured out afterwards, and this is true in every meeting, the one who is most prepared wins the meeting. It's like that all the time. So I guess this is just a really, really small fuck-up and a really, really small knowledge, but I think it's still valuable. Prepare your meetings. Thank you very much.